My uncle went into kidney failure a few years ago. His kidney doctor referred him for a transplant before he even started dialysis. Uncle was on dialysis for less than a year when they found him a kidney. The transplant was successful and he's been healthy ever since.
What's your uncle like?
My uncle? Tall, mid-50s, white guy like me.
My brother's been on dialysis for 5 years. His kidney doctor referred him to dialysis when his kidneys both failed. He was only 30 years old. He gets so weak and tired on dialysis, and he'll pass out if he overexerts himself. He only found out he was a candidate for kidney transplantation 6 months after he started dialysis, and they backdated him 6 months on the waiting list. He's near the top of the list for a kidney, but he's still waiting for that call. It was a struggle getting the transplant center to approve him as a transplant candidate.
People of color and white people experience two very different realities when they go into kidney failure in the United States of America. And I'm going to discuss some of the reasons why, along with what you can do to help. Right now, on the kidney transplant waiting list, 32% of the people waiting for a kidney are Black, and 34% are white. In 2019, 45% of kidneys went to whites, and only 27% of available kidneys for transplantation went to people of color. It does not seem fair that white people get twice as many kidneys as people of color. Let's talk about why that is. One reason is that kidney healthcare service providers have implicit bias. So subconsciously, they treat their Black and white patients differently, which leads to different rates of referral for kidney transplants. Another reason is that a lot of dialysis centers are for-profit, and in order to maximize profits, they hire less educated technicians instead of properly staffing clinics with nurses and social workers. Patients of color aren't getting helpful and actionable information about the complex kidney transplant process communicated effectively because for-profit dialysis centers do not have the staff with the medical education required to do this well. Sadly, there are more people who need kidneys than there are kidneys available to be transplanted. The good news is that there is something that you can do to change this situation for the better. You can choose to become an organ donor. After you become an organ donor, be sure to tell your loved ones that you want to be an organ donor so they're ready to carry out your wishes when the time comes. If you are a biological male, your kidneys have more filter power. Kidneys from male donors have more successful outcomes. So all you guys out there, be a hero. And remember, live donors have the most successful outcomes of them all.